Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Mithilesh from Kendriya Vidyalaya number 1 AFS Sambra. Today we are going to learn NCERT class 5th EVS chapter 2nd, a snake charmer story. So this chapter will be in 3 parts and this is the first part of this lesson. So let's start the lesson. Before going to start the lesson, we have to see what are the objectives of this lesson. So first of all, we will see the objectives of this lesson, and you all of you know the title of the lesson is A Snake Charmer's Story. I hope you know who are the snake charmers. In Hindi we call them saperas. So let's start with the objectives. So first objective you can see on your screen, identify the communities that depends on animals. So see, as per this first objective, we have to identify the various or different communities that depends on animal. So I think you must have know like farmers, milkman and the various communities like snake charmers also, they are depend on animal. So this thing we have to see in this chapter, which communities are depend on animals. So this is the first objective of this lesson. Then next, describe the changing pattern of wild and domestic animals. So as per this objective, we have to describe the changing pattern of wildlife and the domestic animals also. Third objective of this lesson is sensitizing towards cruelty towards animal. So this thing also we have to discuss. So how the people, some people, not everyone but few people, just a few people show them cruelty toward animal. Then next one, realize that people who depends on the animals for their livelihood are not necessarily cruel to them. So everyone is not cruel for animals. They use for their livelihood or to earn some money. So this thing also we have to clear or clarify in this lesson. Next one, identify different poisonous snakes and their body parts. So we have to identify the different poisonous snakes. So see, every snake is not a poisonous. After snake bite, we especially means human being is very afraid because of they think like that every snake is poisonous, but every snake is not poisonous. Which snakes are poisonous? We have to identify those snakes in this lesson. So we will learn about that poisonous snakes also, and especially their body parts. We must have to identify the special, or you can say the body parts of the snakes. Then last, discover the culture of Khalbeliyas. Now see, this word you never heard. Which one? Khalbeliyas. So in this lesson we have to understand and know about who are the Khalbeliyas. So in this bracket you can see the snake charmers of Rajasthan. So I already explained who are the snake charmers. What is the mean of snake charmers? Snake charmers means saperas. What are the work of the snake charmers? They are playing bean and make a snake dance, right? Other thing also we have to learn about the Khalbeliyas. This community belongs to Rajasthan state. In the first objective we already discussed the identify the different communities. So this Khalbeliyas also, or Khalbeliya is the community of snake charmers from Rajasthan state. Okay, I hope you everyone know about the objectives of this lesson. These all objectives is clear for you. Okay, now move on to next. So in this next part, or before going to start this lesson, means directly to lesson, first we will see, I hope you in a previous standard you learn about the animals, right? And also you learn about things we are getting from animal. So in this portion we will see which things we get from animals. Okay, so see, you can see in first picture, what you can see in the first picture, you can see one cow is there, one lady also is there. What she is doing? She is taking out milk from the cow, right? So we are getting milk. I hope you like to drink milk. Drink is very important for us in our daily life. We start our morning from tea, coffee or milk also, right? So it is very helpful for our body and our personal health. Okay, so milk we are getting from animals. Then second picture, you can see eggs. What you can see? Eggs. So eggs is the highest source of protein. So eggs are also very healthy for us. It is a big source of protein, right? Then third one, you can see, what is this? This one is honey. Honey we are getting from honeycombs who prepared by bees, honeybees. I think you learned about honeybees, right? So we are getting honey from bees. So bees is an insect, but these all are in animal or insects category, right? So milk, eggs, honey we are getting from animals. Then in the fourth picture, what you can see? Here you can see the honeycomb. What you can see? Honeycomb, right? So here we are getting wax from animals, or you can say insects. So like food products, like you can see milk, egg, honey, wax is not a food product, but wax is used for various purposes like medicine or any other thing also, right? Then what you can see in the picture, you can see silkworm. We learned about silkworm in the first lesson, am I right? We learned about silkworm identify their female partner by their smell. So which sense is very super sense in silkworm? Sense of smell, right? So silk also we are getting from insect like silkworm. Okay, in the last picture you can see delicious fish in the plate, right? So from fishes, meat, chicken, everything we are getting from animals and we used as food. Everyone not like to use this fish or any other non-vegetarian food, but most of the people used this non-vegetarian food in their daily meal, right? So we are getting mats, silk, fish, meat, chicken. Not only these things, various things and many more things we are getting from animal. So animal products are either produced by animals or are obtained from their bodies. So see, chicken or meat, they obtain that food products from the animal's body. Okay, so products like milk, eggs, honey are produced by animals. We also get non-food products like bee wax. So this one is bee wax. Fourth picture you can see, this one is bee wax. Then wool, we use sweater with pashmina shawl, if you heard, that made by the ship's wool, right? Then silk, etc., that are also produced by the animals. Pearls also produced by the insects or creatures, right? So fruit products like chicken, meat and fish are obtained from their bodies. Non-food products like leather, goods are obtained from their bodies. So these all things we are getting from animals. So see how animals are useful for us. So always we have to love the animals and we have to not cruel about them. Okay, I hope you understand which things we are getting from animal. Now move on to next. So in this slide we have to learn about which or human beings depend on the animals for their livelihood. So see, in this slide we have to learn about how human beings are depend on animals for their livelihood. So in first picture you can see buffalo, one man also sitting there. So this is the milkman. He is just take out the milk from buffalo and he just sell that milk in the cities or the villages, and they earn money from these animals. So these milkmen depend on cows, buffaloes, goats, sheep, camel, etc. The second picture you can see India is the agricultural land, and farmer play major role in the Indian economy. So you can see farmers depend on ox, yaks, horse for farming and carry loads. They also depend on poultry and cattle for products, right? Different kind of products, and they produce the various things from with the use of animals. So here in the picture you can see they use bull or ox for farming purpose, right? They dug the ground with the help of animals in the olden time, but nowadays situation is little bit changed. People start use machineries like tractor and the other machineries for the farming purpose. But in the rural part of India right now also some people use animals for farming purpose. Okay, the next one, Tonga pullers. They depend on horse or mules for pulling carts. They use horses. You can see that horse is pulling Tonga, right? The Tonga pullers also depend on animals. The next one is cobbler. Cobbler and the people leather industry who are working in the leather industry, they depend on the animals, especially dead animals. They use the dead animal skin to make the leather products like shoes, like belts or jackets or bags also. So in your house you can see the various leather products which are available in your house. Okay, so cobbler also is depend on the animal. They use the skin of the dead animal and they produce the leather products, right? The next one, this whole chapter is based on the snake charmers. So snake charmers also depend on the animals. In the picture you can see that snake charmer is playing bean, and you can see the standing snake also is there. So this is the, you can say, snake dance with the use of bean. They control the snakes and they make a snake dance. Also you can see one very important thing here. What you can see here is the bamboo basket. You can see bamboo basket. So they kept their snakes in bamboo baskets. Okay, so snake charmers also depend on animals for their livelihood. The next one is mahouts. Who are mahouts? You heard this word anywhere? No. So let me explain. So mahouts who control the elephants. You can see in the picture they handle the elephants. So mahouts depend on elephants for their livelihoods. If you go to the Kerala, especially in Kerala or the southern part of the India, you can see various mahouts use elephant for their livelihood. Not only these, or only 6 persons, the various persons, means different persons, they use the animals for their livelihood. Again, some veterinary doctors do treatment on the animals, and they are depend on the animals for their livelihood. They treat the animals. The veterinary doctors treat the animals. Then Madaris. The Madaris depend on monkeys and bear for their livelihood by training them to perform dance. Okay. Also, people who are working in circus, they are also depend on the animals. In circus, elephants, tiger, parrots and other animals also they use for their livelihood by training them to do acrobatics. Okay, but nowadays many governments make a strict law to avoid using this animal in circus. Okay, so the people who are working in the circus also, they are also depend on the various animals. Okay, so we saw milkman, farmers, tonga puller, cobblers, snake charmers, mahouts, veterinary doctors, madaris, people who are working in the circus. Also future teller, they use parrot to tell the future of the person. So they are also depend on the animal, or you can say birds. Okay, So I hope you understand what we learned in this first part of the video. In this first part, we discussed about the objectives of this lesson, then which things we are getting from animals, and we also discussed about human beings depends on animals. So these three things we cover in this first part of this video. We will see you in next part of the video. So this, as you all of you know, this whole lesson is divided in three parts. So this is the first part of this lesson. I hope you enjoyed the lesson or first part of this lesson. So it is not end here, to be continued. Stay tuned. I will be back with the second part of this video. Thank you. Be safe. Stay home.